Hey guys, two-time Marine here with another MOS profile. Today talking about the 5811s, which are the military police. They are basically that. They are cops in the Marine Corps. You will do everything that a cop does in the sense that you will go on patrol with your vehicles to pull over speeders. You'll respond to incidences on base. You will just write reports. Whatever his police do, you will do it. And for me, it wasn't a job for me. I've just never really wanted to be a cop. A buddy of mine, though, he was an MP, and he enjoyed part of it, but after a while, he got bored because, he was stuck on the same base, guarding the same gate, just forever and ever. And so he kind of got bored of it. But if being a police officer is something you want to do, down the line, then this is a great job to get into, because you've shown that you're proficient in being able to perform the tasks that an MP requires. And I mean, like I said, it's pretty much the same thing as a civilian cop. Obviously, they're going to have their different terminology. They're going to have different ways of doing certain things, but the overall job is the same. Some of the stuff that you need for the job is you have to have a GT score of 100 or higher, which is not waiverable. You got to pass the MP course, the MP school, MOS school. Obviously, you got to be able to get a secret security clearance, which means you need to be a U.S. citizen. You must have normal color vision. It's not waiverable, which means you have to have it. Sometimes, depending on the job, they can waive some of these things, but for this, they cannot. Just like the GT score is not waiverable. You got to be 19 years old prior to the completion of the school, which is also not waiverable. So you have to be 19 by the time you graduate. So before graduation day, you need to be 19. You got to be a minimum height of 65 inches, with your weight in proportion, which the Marine Corps has all their standards for that. So 65 inches is what, 5'5"? So you got to be at least 5'5" to do this. It is waiverable to 62 inches, it says, but I'm not really sure what it would take for them to decide to waive that for you. So that's just something you'd have to talk to the recruiters about. You have to have a driver's license, a valid one preferably, which is also not waiverable. 20/20 vision, that's correctable to that. Be able to speak clearly. You cannot have any history of mental, nervous, or emotional disorders. And obviously no convictions by special or general court-martial or civilian courts. The only thing you can really have are minor traffic violations. But if you get enough of those can become felonies, I believe. So if you get a speeding ticket, that's fine. But if you have like 15 speeding tickets, you may have an issue. Obviously no drugs, anything like that. It's a pretty cool job. From there, you can kind of go into the dog handling, which is something I'll talk about in another video. It's a cool job. If you like police work, you'll be guarding the gates on the different Marine Corps bases. I believe they're starting to get away. I don't know if it's all the way throughout the Marine Corps just yet, but they're starting to get away from MPs on the gates to civilian contracted guards. So that you may not stand on the gates when you go in. That'll just depend. I'm not really sure where they're at with that at the moment. But otherwise, you'll be doing the patrols. You'll be doing all that sort of stuff. Handling guys and bringing them up to the jail on base, all that sort of thing. So, yeah. All right, guys. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, hit me up. And I'll see you in the next one. Semper Fi.